Did you see that shit? MMA podcast. Hosted by mixed martial arts journalist Mike Strauss, aka Strauss.21, and Chicago's number one underground comedian, Apollo Taj Mahal.
Thank you for listening. I'm Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and this is
Apollo Taj Mahal.
We are the guys from the Did You See That Shit Mixed Martial Arts podcast. We know you're going to like the interview, so be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on all the social media platforms, as well as the Missing Time Productions YouTube channel. And don't forget to go to didyousseethatshit.com for a complete rundown of all of our content. Right, Apollo?
Yeah.
All right, I want to welcome Brendan All In Allen to the show. It's the first time on the show. I appreciate you taking some time to speak with me, man.
Hey, not a problem. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. I think you're one of the more exciting middleweights in the sport right now that isn't on Bellator and UFC, really, right? But you're right there, man. You're at the LFA, which, in my opinion, I think LFA is really separated itself. Their production is top-notch. There, you've been headlining shows, like show after show after show, and you got a big show coming up here real soon against a guy that I think is going to be your hardest test yet.
Yeah, man. It's LFA is a great show. I love fighting for this promotion. As far as where I'm at and where I sit, you know, it's all my fault. I haven't fought like I should. I haven't fought like I can. And I still accomplished what I've accomplished, but it's not enough. So June 22nd, and I'm going to go and put this dude away and show that I'm supposed to be in bigger shows.
Well, I think that there's no doubt you're going to get there, man. You're 22 years old. You're still relatively, pretty young in this game. How long have you been training?
I've been training since I was 13. I started in jiu-jitsu, started wrestling in high school, and then I was doing striking in between a little bit, and now I'm at a really good camp and, training with really good guys and learning a lot.
You were at Roufusport, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, I get a chance to speak with a lot of guys from there, and I'll tell you, one thing that every Roufusport fighter has is they have this tremendous sense of brotherhood.
Oh, yeah, man. It's big here. Everyone's like brothers. Everyone's real close. We beat each other up in the gym, but we can talk crap to one another, but no one else is going to talk crap to us.
Exactly. You have Bilal Muhammad.
Bilal's a stud. He works real hard, and he deserves all his accomplishments, man. And I'm very proud of him, and, he does great in the gym. We also have Nate Jennerman on LFA tonight, yes. And then we have Jordan Griffin as well, so...
Yeah, just a fantastic camp, man. I think Roufusport is the premier mixed martial arts facility in the entire Midwest, just my opinion. But, man, back to you, LFA 43. You're facing Larry Crow, June 22nd here. What do you know of Larry?
I've seen Larry a lot. He talked a little crap when I fought Eric, and it is what it is. I don't really think too much of him. He's going to come out and swing big or try to take me down, but I think it'd be smarter for him to try to swing big. I don't plan on being there all 15 minutes, but I'll be ready as always.
Now, your last fight was a tough loss to Anthony Hernandez. He's actually going on to the Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series. I think he's competing in week 2 this summer. Now, you said it a little bit earlier on. You are where you are because of your own doings. Is that what you kind of mean? Do you mean if you would have won that fight, that could potentially be you on the show?
Man, if I would just perform like I'm supposed to, I'd already be in the UFC. But whatever it may be, whether it be mental or whatever, I just haven't performed to my full potential, and it's my fault. I took a tough loss to him and Eric and Trevin. I could be in the UFC if I would have beat Eric, could be in the UFC if I beat Anthony, but coulda, shoulda, woulda, it doesn't matter.
No, I hear you, and I think that's what separates, truly elite fighters that have the mindset that you do. You're not going to hold on to something, and a loss is truly as big as the fighter makes it. And for anybody that's listening that doesn't know who Eric is, that's Eric Anders. That's UFC middleweight top contender Eric Anders that you're referring to.
Yes, and also top middleweight 2-0 in the UFC, Trevin Giles.
Yes, Trevin Giles is another fantastic fighter.
Yes, he is.
So, man, for people that haven't seen you fight yet, your nickname is All In. Your moniker is All In. For people that haven't seen you fight, what can you say about your fighting style?
Man, I just try to be smart. But, I've held back too much in my fights and just missed a lot of opportunities. So I guess I really haven't been living up to that name too much here lately. I used to just have fun and go out there and let it go. But here in these past 3-4 fights, You know, I've just been trying to win and trying to get smart and try to get signed. So I got away from what got me where I am. So now it's time to go back and have fun and let it go.
So do you think that like having like maybe over analyzing shit, do you think that that might have maybe like fucked up your performance for the lack of better words?
It might play a factor, but I just feel like I was trying to win and be safe and not take damage. And with Anthony, I just got too overzealous of trying to finish. I was too complacent and turtle, and then I don't know. Maybe I wasn't there. I don't know. Nothing taken away from him, man. He beat me all 4 of the 5 rounds, and you know he won that belt. But by far my worst performance to date, in 13 amateur fights and 11 pro fights. So.
You started training, you said, at 13 years old. Why did you decide to start training martial arts?
I was playing football and was watching UFC on the weekends. And my brother went to a new school, and one of his friends was doing jiu-jitsu. And his friend asked if we wanted to come try it out. And so me and my dad went and watched, and I signed up that day, and it's been history since.
That's so cool, man. I love hearing stories like that. And I think that's so cool that, you know, you're 22 years old, as I said, and you essentially have grown up your entire life with the UFC. I just think that's so cool that athletes like yourself now are really starting to take the stage, and it's tremendous because you guys really are a new breed, and especially at Roufusport, the way that you guys train and your mindset, I really think the sky's the limit for you, man. You're a presence on social media. You can be found on Twitter at Brandon Allen MMA. The floor is yours, brother, if you'd like to shout your sponsors, anything you'd like.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, first, thanks for having me on.
Anytime.
Thanks to, you know, all my sponsors at home. I got some amazing sponsors. K-Way Construction. I got Friendly Power Sports, Combat Corner, Fit Food Milwaukee, Vaporfy for this fight as well. Thank you to my management, Sucker Punch, Brian Butler, Brian Hamper. I appreciate it. And then, of course, thank you to all my training partners and my coaches, man. It's been great. I'm in phenomenal shape. I'm ready to go.
Well, I can't wait, Brandon. I think that you're one of the more exciting middleweights that is not currently on the UFC roster right now outside of them. And, man, LFA 43, if people haven't seen you fight, they're going to get their chance against Larry Crow June 22nd. I appreciate your time, brother.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Take care. Enjoy your weekend.
You too, man. Thank you.